Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Sci-Fi and Romantasy fans. Hey Reese, hi. We're here to do a review of A Court of Thorns and Roses, or ACOTAR. I read the first 3 books, 1, 2, and 3 here. He listened to the first audiobook, so we have thoughts on the first book.
As I grazed the skin of his jaw, it was smooth and hard.
Yeah. The one thing that kind of bugged me was when you get that big reveal that Amaranth is cursed. The whole terrible thing that all of the fairy courts are bound by all hinges on Feyre's saying "I love you" to Tamlin. Mm-hmm. Everything in the entire fucking world hinges on that. Just like,
just suddenly out of the blue. Let's just throw it in there.
Yeah, it's
plot twist. I think the first book is definitely the best, and it gets. I only got through the first 3, but each book, in my opinion, got worse. And so after book 3, I kind of dipped out. I didn't want to read book 4, but I really enjoyed the first book. I thought Tamlin was a good, interesting character. I was really into their romance. And then the second book...
That brings in a love triangle,
yeah,
right?
It brings in a love triangle,
her, Tamlin, and...
Riceland.
Reese. She calls him.
Yeah, that's our peanut butter cup.
Yes, easy. In
the first book, Tamlin was such a great character, and Riceland was like such an abusive, toxic asshole.
In the audiobook, she said Riesland.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. So my review of the second book was, you remember that great, wonderful guy you fell in love with? He's now an abusive asshole. You remember that abusive asshole that you hated? He's now a great guy.
What a twist.
Riceland does some absolutely horrible, horrific things in the first book. She's in a horrible accident. Her bone is sticking out of her arm. He will not heal her until she makes a deal with him. He will not heal her out of the goodness of his own heart. Everything is transactional. And then he grabs the bone and twists it as it's sticking out of her arm. He was horrible. He makes her dress in practically nothing but body paint, drugs her and makes her do all these horrible sexual things. And then in the second book, it's all just, well, that was fine. It was never really addressed. It was just kind of glossed over. I think the second book should have switched perspectives. It should have been from her sister's point of view, and it should have been her sister falling in love with a completely new guy. Because she set up this awesome romance with Tamlin in the first book and then just destroyed it in the second book. And I did not believe that anybody could forgive Riceland or fall in love with Riceland after he did what he did.
Some readers of the genre, from what I understand, are really into abusive asshole guys, So this was, I'm sure from the publisher's perspective, it's like, oh, we can tap that market. You can tell by the way that he's described in that she's going to go for a love triangle in the third one, though.
Yeah.
The whole... his wings and
That's why maybe instead of having Elaine be a whiny little bitch or Nessa be just a total bitch, have one of them fall in love with Riceland, and that would have been like Elaine or Nessa really love him, but Feyre hates his guts because of what he... So that would have been like a really good family conflict between the sisters. Yeah. That would have been so much better than destroying everything that we fell in love with in book 1 for the sake of book 2. My gripe about the third book, oh man, by the time I got to the third book, I was so bored. Her sisters, they were one note through this whole thing. Nessa is just grumpy bitch through the whole thing. I'm a bitch at the beginning. I'm a bitch in the middle. I'm a bitch. And then Elaine is just depressed. Elaine is like, oh my god, I lost my fiancé. I know he was a horrible racist. He hated all fairies. All of them. Totally racist pig. So she's like, I lost my racist, horrible fiance. He just wanted anything to do with me because I've been turned into a fairy, and so I'm going to be beautiful and young forever. And my brother-in-law is rich, so I don't have to work. But then I've got this gorgeous fairy man telling me that I'm his mate, but I don't want him because I want my average-looking human fiance who dumped me. So I'm so depressed, I'm just gonna cry in my room forever. Everybody on the planet would kill for your problems, Elaine, okay? And then she gets kidnapped, and like, oh my god, Elaine is kidnapped by the enemy. And I'm like, oh god, no, not that character who's gonna sit around and mope all day. Oh, I hated her so much. Read the first one as a standalone novel. The first one as a standalone novel is great, and then the other two just don't.
Open letter to all audiobook producers.
He went with me.
Some things don't need sound effects.
His kissing was slower this time.
Take the microphone away from the mouth.
Tim! He sheathed him.
Yeah, those sound effects might be really good in like action scenes, but I don't think they're really good in sex scenes. That was our review of Thorns and Roses, aka ACOTAR. Please subscribe.